My first impressions were actually, I would say, so I was quite scared before going in, not fully scared, but just a bit of a fear in the back of my mind, which is something that people across, when I've met people at the foundations as well, they would ask me whether, you fit in or whether you look a bit different. And my first impression was that, and throughout my whole time at Radley as well, is that I have not felt like I was different or that I didn't fit in because of my background or, not being from the, same sort of background as everyone else. So that was my first impression, being able to talk to people on the same sort of level, I would say. Opportunity is the way I would describe it. I feel like I've had the chance to get involved with things I didn't even know existed, like real tennis, which I've been doing this year and over the past couple of years, and meeting a huge variety of people, which, some of the people in my friend group are from completely different parts of the world. So that's what I would describe it as, variety and a lot of opportunities. 2 months ago was probably the biggest standout moment in terms of, personal achievements, but also team achievements, was debating. I was lucky enough to, with my team of some of my good friends, Blake and Ding, to win the National Debating Championships, which was, a huge moment for me. I've been trying to work on my public speaking since I came, so also get involved in declamations, making the finals there a couple of times. That was quite something I'm very proud of.
The name of the town is common. My Polak friend says there are a dozen or two, so I never could tell where you put your foot, your root.
The thing I'm probably most proud of, or my standout moment, is 24-hour football. So my brother actually did this a couple of years ago, and I thought I'd sort of reignite it in my social G, and I organised it almost by myself from the boys' perspective, and we raised £5,000 for a charity in Madagascar. So I would say that's probably my standout achievement, and seeing how those people there reacted and how that money helped them as well was probably what I'm most proud of. I would say, in terms of academic projects, probably Sepentes would be up there. So the sort of essay competition that has changed. Before you could write anything you want, and last year was transformed into this sort of competition where you have a choice of a couple of essays to choose from. That's what I would say especially developed my writing skills to be able to write. I think I wrote an essay last year which I was lucky enough to win with, actually, which was an essay on objective moral truths. So that not only taught me a lot about something which I knew nothing about, still probably don't know much about, to be honest, and to learn how to write. In terms of leadership roles, I've enjoyed just developing myself as a leader. I guess it sounds simple, but the opportunity to get out there, and I would say being an academic prefect this year, or being part of the Community Partnerships Committee over the past couple of years, it really taught me about leadership, which I didn't really know about before, but also the impact which it has on other people. Trips, I would say, trips have been the big thing for me. I was very lucky enough to be sort of supported on going to quite a few places. Going to Honduras on a couple of weeks, that was quite crazy, to be honest. Living in the middle of a rainforest in the middle of, Central America was very special. And going to Iowa to see the caucus, seeing Trump just like 10 meters away from you, meeting all of those huge politicians, asking them questions actually to Ramaswamy. That was very special for me. I think they've loved it maybe even more than I have, to be completely honest. So yeah, I still remember the first day we got here, which was with my brother, I think 6 or 7 years ago. And I remember, I think my mum straight away cried because she had never been to a school, that big with so many great people and opportunities as well. So it was already a special place from the day I got here. And I think that every time I come back and I tell them and I show them photos from Honduras or the great places I've been to, or going to the Conservative Party conference last year, which I guess has some mixed feelings amongst people, but still meeting lots of higher politicians. I think they've loved it alongside me. They've supported me in my endeavours. So yeah, I think it was as special for them as it was for me. I have a place at LSE, Warwick and Durham, so I actually have to choose by the end of today which two I formally fully submit. There's a chance that if I do well enough in my A-levels, I might reapply to Oxford, because although I got an interview, I didn't get in, unfortunately. So maybe I'll give that another go. And then maybe going on to become a lawyer. I enjoy the aspect of public speaking as well. And in the further future, maybe going into politics one day. Well, firstly, I think funded places are very important. And I think for Radley in the sense that they're very important for the people who come here, like myself and some of my close friends, because they provide huge opportunities which literally change lives, both the lives of the person who comes here, like myself, but also to a large extent my family. But I think the way it provides Radley is just gives a fresh perspective. So if you see someone who's from a completely different background, then you sort of see that there's more outside of Radley, which also prepares you for, when you leave Radley, go to university or to your jobs, of interacting with people who, I guess, aren't like yourself or who have experienced different things. Okay, what does being a Radleyan mean to me? At the base of it, I would say it's probably, being kind to others, being welcoming to others. I would say, well, I guess the motto does come in, the sicut serpentes, sicut columbae, as wise as serpents, as kind and gentle as doves. So I would say as gentle as doves is sort of, just being kind to others and welcoming. And as wise as serpents is sort of more generally, growing in maturity as a person, being mature, and also for me, making the most of the opportunities which are here. That's what I would say being a Radleyan is, and giving back to others as well. Just a big thank you, I guess, to everyone who has made this journey possible, to the warden who sort of just took a chance on me. I don't even know why on the day of the interview, but maybe he saw something I guess I didn't. But yeah, so a huge thank you to everyone, all of my teachers, the warden, my family and my friends who have supported me, and well, I guess what has been one of the most incredible chapters of my life. So thank you very much.